Good evening. Today is Monday, July 21st, 2025. I call to order a meeting of the Brockton Finance Committee. Will everyone please rise and join me in honoring our country by saluting our flag?
Okay with it?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, agenda item number 1, please.
Item 1, we have the acceptance of the minutes of the May 5th, 2025 Finance meeting.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have the acceptance of the minutes of the May 19th, 2025 Finance Committee meeting.
Accepted and placed on file.
Acceptance of the minutes of the June 2nd, 2025 Finance Committee meeting.
Accepted and placed on file.
The acceptance of the minutes of the June 16th, 17th, and 18th Finance Committee meeting.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have the appointment of the following retired officer as a special police officer, Jason Sullivan. Invited Jason Sullivan. We did receive a communication. He's had some minor surgery and was unable to attend tonight.
Councilor Lally.
Mr. Chairman, in recognition of Officer Sullivan reaching out to us and his years of service, I'd like to make a motion that we act on this favorably, or make the motion.
Second.
Yeah.
A motion is made to recommend this appointment favorably. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The appointment is recommended favorable.
Thank you.
Item 6, we have the reappointment of John Condon of Bridgewater, Mass. to the Brockton Retirement Board for a 3-year term ending in May 2028. Invited John Condon. And there is Mr. Condon.
Good evening, Mr. Condon. It's great to see you. The floor is yours, sir.
Well, it'd be an honor to be reappointed. This is completed 6 years on the board. We've had a good 6-year period, positive results all that time. About 11% year-to-date on the investment, so I'd be happy to get another appointment.
Thank you, sir. Councilors, any questions?
Motion to recommend favorably.
On the motion.
Good evening, Mr. Condon. Thank you for being here. I was just wondering, you performed so well in your years at the city, and you've given several terms to the retirement board. Why do you want to continue doing this?
I enjoy it. I enjoy serving the city. I always have. I believe in public service, and I feel like I'm making a contribution, so I enjoy it.
Okay, good enough for me. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor. Anyone else? Seeing nothing, seeing no further questions, a motion has been made and properly seconded to recommend this appointment favorably. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The appointment is recommended favorably.
Thank you very much, councilors.
Thank you, sir.
Item 7, we have the appointment of Edward Petrus of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Redevelopment Authority for a 5-year term ending in June 2030. Invited Edward Petrus.
Good evening, Mr. Petrus.
How are you?
I'm well, sir. Floor is yours.
Not a whole lot. Just kind of been a lifelong resident of the city and looking to get involved a little bit and excited to kind of get going.
Thank you. Councilors, any questions? Councilor Nicastro.
I think the city is very fortunate that you're willing to serve on Brockton Redevelopment Authority. Your background as a commercial loan officer will serve the city and you well. I just want to make sure, you know, you're aware of conflict of interest and all those kinds of laws.
Yes.
You know, because certainly there will be people or businesses that come in front of you that will need financing, and you know, you'll just have to serve in different ways.
Yes. So the best way I can say that to you is kind of where my career has led me in the markets that I'm in. Unfortunately, actually, it's not Brockton, right, where I'm a little bit further south and then a little bit further north than this. So I'm not super concerned about that and the overlap that might happen there. To your point, so no, I don't think it would really be an issue.
I just raise your consciousness to it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah.
Because we all have to be aware of those kinds of issues.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilors, anyone else? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion.
Motion to recommend favorably.
Second.
Motion is made and recommended favorably, favorable to, motion is made and seconded to seek a favorable a recommendation for this appointment. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The appointment is recommended favorable. Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Item 8, we have the appointment of Leon Edwards of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Conservation Committee for a 3-year term ending in June 2028. Invited, Leon Edwards.
Mr. Edwards, good evening.
Good evening.
The floor is yours, sir.
Just really looking forward for the opportunity to help out and do something nice for the city of Brockton.
Thank you. Councilors, any questions? Seeing none,
Motion to recommend favorably to the entire city council.
Second.
motion was made and properly seconded to recommend this appointment favorable. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The appointment is recommended favorable. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Item 9, we have the appointment of Paul J. Tantillo of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Parks and Recreation Commission for a 3-year term ending in June 2028. Invited, Paul J. Tantillo.
Mr. Tantillo, good evening.
Thank you. Good evening.
The floor is yours, sir.
Briefly, I have a colleague who's on another committee. We were talking. I said, that sounds interesting. I'm a lifelong Brockton resident also. I work right next door to the park, worked in Brockton, so I just thought it'd be a great chance to contribute to the city.
Well, we appreciate that. Councilors, any questions?
Motion to recommend favorably back to the full city council.
Second.
Motion is made and properly seconded to recommend this appointment favorable. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The appointment is recommended favorable. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Council.
Item 10, we have the appointment of Stephanie Germain of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Cultural Council for a 3-year term ending in June 2028. Invited, Stephanie Germain.
Ms. Germain, good evening.
Good evening.
Floor is yours.
Just as a lifelong resident, born and raised in Brockton, and the work that I do with youth, I hope that my role on the Brockton Cultural Council can open opportunities for the teen population that seems to be underserved due to lack of resources. I just hope I can be that voice.
Great. Thank you. Councilors, any questions?
Motion to recommend favorably back to the full city council.
Second.
Motion was made, properly seconded to recommend this appointment favorable. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The appointment is recommended favorably.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Germain.
Thank you.
We have the reappointment of Henry Soons of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Council on Aging's Board of Directors for a 3-year term ending in June 2028. Invited, Henry Soons.
Good evening, Mrs.
Evening.
Soons. Floor is yours, sir.
Well, before you ask the question, why do I want to serve? I've served for several years, and the thing I enjoy the most is being able to talk to people who don't know much about the Council on Aging and to educate them and to get them to come in. That's what brings me the most pleasure.
Thank you. Councilor Castro.
Good evening. Mr. Soons is my constituent, and everyone at the Council on Aging says such great things about you. Thank you for your willingness to serve again. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor. Anyone else?
Motion to recommend favorably.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded to recommend this appointment favorable. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The appointment is recommended favorably.
Good
Thank
luck.
you, Mrs. Soons.
Good luck.
We have the appointment of Robert Beauchesne of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Council on Aging's Board of Directors for a 3-year term ending in June 2028. Invited, Robert Beauchesne.
Good evening, Mr. Beauchesne. Floor is yours, sir.
Thank you. Good evening. Yeah, I started with the council last October. I was selected for an associate position as a board of directors, and the opportunity came up now to be a full member of the board. Since I started, I've been active in a number of ways. I work with the meals on Tuesday, Thursday. I'm also a greeter, and I've participated in several of the programs that they've had as teams. So I've been trying to be pretty active in the council.
Thank you, sir. Councilors, any questions? Seeing none? Entertain a motion?
Motion to recommend favorably.
Second. No, it's okay.
Okay. Motion has been properly made and seconded to recommend this matter favorably. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The appointment's recommended favorably. Thank you, Mr. Beauchesne.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Item 13, we have the reappointment of Mary James of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Council on Aging's Board of Directors for a 3-year term ending in June 2028. Invited, Mary James.
Good evening, Ms. James.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. The floor is yours, ma'am.
I've been on the board for the Council on Aging, and I'm here to get reappointed. I enjoy doing it. It's busy, but it's fun. And it's just to see there's so many different cultures and just everybody just togetherness. It feels really good, and I'd like to do it again.
We thank you for that. Councilors, any questions?
Motion to recommend favorably.
Second.
Motion is made and properly seconded to recommend this matter favorably. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The appointment's recommended favorably. Thank you, Ms. James.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You as well.
We have the appointment of Jamie Hodges of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Redevelopment Authority for a 5-year term ending in June 2030. Invited Jamie Hodges.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilor.
Jamie Hodges is out of state today, and so she asked that I make a motion to postpone this matter
Second.
to the next Finance Committee meeting. Oh, I thought we were going to...
Motion.
We have a motion.
On the motion.
On the motion.
Councilor Rodriguez.
Mr. Chairman, I think you have to be aware that we are in the summer session, and currently the BRA board is not constituted as it needs to be constituted. I think if we postpone this to the month of August, we're looking at not getting that person in until after September. And to me, it's quite a bit of we're running the risk here with all the hooplas that are taking place in Washington, D.C., with these fundings and funds being moved from one place to the other. I think we're running the risk of putting ourselves in a position where if we don't have a constituted board within the BRA, we might be in violation of some regulations within HUD. So what I would actually like to do, I mean, she can always come back in front of this body with if we make an exception, next Monday, she could be present, and if we have any questions, we can ask those questions. But I think delaying it technically for a month, this is what we would be doing. And I think we're running the risk of putting that program into jeopardy. So I don't know if there was a second to that. Was it a second?
There is. A motion is on the floor at this point.
All right. Well, I would be voting against that motion and hope to propose another motion that we move this forward so that we allow her to come to this body next week and go through the questions that if any of us have any questions. I mean, we know this young lady pretty well, that she serves in a variety of positions within city government. So if we have any concerns that come up, I think next week would be the right way to do it.
May I speak?
Councilor De Castro.
Thank you. I think with the other appointments that are on this evening's agenda, the Brockton Redevelopment Authority will have a majority, assuming they are voted in next week. And so I appreciate that concern. That's a real concern. But I think in light of the fact that they will make a majority next week, I don't see it as a problem. It's a new appointment. And Jamie would like to be heard. And I did speak to them today about this. And they understood that it would not be for a few weeks. But I defer to the will of the board.
And I don't believe they would have
They wouldn't.
point of interest, I don't believe they would have a quorum. We have one current chairwoman.
That's right. And there's 3 more today, right?
Just 2, I believe. Mr. Petrus and Ms. Hodges.
Oh, I thought there was one other. Okay. All right, then I'll withdraw my motion.
Okay.
Need the second
And,
withdrawn, too?
Withdraw the second. Councilor Lally, was that? Madam Clerk, who was the second?
Tavares.
Tavares.
Yes.
Would you withdraw your second?
Yes, I withdraw my second.
So the motion to postpone has been withdrawn.
So I'd like to make a motion to recommend this favorably so as she comes to the council next Monday for questions from within the body.
Second.
Motion was made and properly seconded to recommend this appointment favorably. All in favor? Anyone opposed? And then, Mr. Clerk, I would just ask that your office send an invitation to Ms. Hodges to attend next week's City Council meeting.
We will.
Thank you.
Item 15, we have the appointment of Juan Pablo Gonzalez of Brockton, Mass. to the role of Assistant Auditor as of February 24, 2025. The role will be for a 3-year term. Invited, Juan Pablo Gonzalez.
Good evening, Mr. Gonzalez. How are you?
Good, and you?
Well, the floor is yours, sir.
For those who may or may not know, currently I am the acting city auditor for the city of Brockton. The past 4 years have been absolutely insane, and I think probably the best 4 years of my career. I started here as an intern from Bridgewater State University scanning papers, and, deficit happened, and I just started, getting my hands in there with different auditors, and all of a sudden now I'm in this role. And I appreciate you guys having me.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. Councilors, any questions? Councilor Farrell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Gonzalez, this is kind of a stock speech that I give when someone comes in for appointment as an auditor or assistant city auditor. This is one of the most critical departments in the city. They're all important, but your particular department is responsible for overseeing, processing, and making sure that probably when you add in the city budget and enterprise accounts and grants, $600 million probably goes in and out of your office in a year. So I just want you to, make sure you're independent. I want you to make sure you always follow the laws of the Commonwealth, the rules and regulations of the Department of Revenue, Division of Local Services. Don't let anyone, I don't care if it's the mayor, a councilor, a department head, or anyone in city government, push you to do anything that you know to be wrong. I want to make sure you're that independent guardian of the revenues and expenditures of this city. And I know that's laying an awful lot on you because you're far younger than I am, but I know you're capable, and I know you can do it. And we owe it to the people who send in their fees, their taxes, who pay their financial obligations to safeguard the funds that come into the city and make sure they're expended properly. So I ask you to be sure that you do that. If you ever have a problem, you can reach out to one of us, but be that independent person, be that gatekeeper for how we process all of that money. We owe it to the people who pay it into us, and we owe it to the residents to make sure that the funds are used properly. So I welcome you aboard, and again, be that independent person.
Thank you, Councilor.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor. Anyone else? Councilor Lally.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening.
Good evening.
I just wanted to take a moment to reflect to my colleagues and to the folks at home a little bit of Mr. Gonzalez's work experience in the city. Outgoing auditor Irene Giannopoulos credited Mr. Gonzalez with single-handedly reducing the deficit by finding, by his auditing skills, by digging through what was going on in the schools, finding, where money was supposed to be, and, finding, unused grant money, things like that. So she, took time before leaving to seriously highlight the skills that he brings to the table. And I think that's important to reflect, given the state of the city and given the role he's stepping into. So I take that as a solid endorsement. But I want to just make that clear to my colleagues. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor. Anyone else? Seeing none?
I recommend favorably.
Second. Motion is made and properly seconded to recommend this appointment favorable. All in favor? Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was a question, not a vote. Okay, all in favor? Sorry, one more time. Anyone opposed? Seeing none, this appointment is recommended favorable. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Juan.
Item 16, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $500,000 from the Massachusetts Department of Transportation to the Department of Public Works Highway. Invited DPW Commissioner Pat Hill, CFO Dr. Troy Clarkson.
Good evening, councilors.
Good evening, Commissioner Hill.
How are you?
Well.
This grant is from the Municipal Small Bridge Program. We've applied to this grant quite a few times in the past, but we just happen to have a construction-ready project now. There are two different forms of the grant. One is for up to $100,000 to help design, and then the maximum amount for $500,000 for construction, which we did receive. So this will be used for the Newbury Street Bridge reconstruction, which came in at $1.7 million.
Great. Councilors, any questions?
Motion to recommend favorably.
Second.
Second.
Motion is made and properly seconded to recommend this matter favorably. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The order is recommended favorably. Thank you, Commissioner.
Item 17, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $40,000 from the Massachusetts DCR to the Department of Public Works. Invited DPW Commissioner Pat Hill, CFO Troy Clarkson.
Commissioner Hill.
Councilors, so this grant we applied for through our grant writers to DCR, and this will be the beginning stages of establishing a tree inventory, all citywide eventually, but I expect maybe to get about 25% maybe of the tree inventory done. I'm going to focus on the downtown and, slowly get out of the downtown as much as I can with this money.
Thank you, Commissioner. Councilor Nacastro.
Thank you. Good evening, Commissioner.
Good
Hill.
evening.
Thank you for talking with me about this earlier today. I just wanted to mention, well, I think this is a wonderful idea, and it's long overdue in the city. Someone was telling me today that a lot of other cities have tree inventories, and it does allow them to get grant funding to take care of their trees.
Yeah, I mean, we've looked at, I went through the tree warden school up in Worcester over a period of 6 or 8 weeks. Having a tree inventory is pretty vital to the city. The estimated tree value in this city is about $75 million. So it is an asset. It's important to know what kind of trees you have out there, not only for disease as it comes in, but it allows the city to maintain what we do have and keep track of what we have. So it's a great program, long overdue. It's well established in many other communities, and this will be a good start.
And there's also a match on this of about $10,000.
Which we'll be doing in kind.
Right, in kind, your time and time from some other people.
That's correct. Probably mostly from my GIS coordinator. When the initial list is established, it will be put into a GIS platform so that it can be viewed by everyone.
All of us. That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor. Anyone else? Just quickly, Commissioner, would the 40,000 be enough to conduct a complete inventory?
No, we estimate about between 200 and 250,000 to get a real robust inventory. This is something that's kind of up and coming. There's a lot of artificial intelligence that is out there now that's being established, that's being recognized. That's not the route we're going to go initially. It may be the route we go after we get the initial stage done. But it's come a long way with artificial intelligence, so hopefully in the future it'll be a little bit cheaper.
And what type of data is collected in this inventory?
There's all kinds of data collected. The size of the tree, the size of the canopy, any defects that may be in the tree. It establishes a rating as to if the tree were to fall, what it would do. There's a rating system that determines what it would do to personal property if it did fall. So there's a whole list of things that go into a tree inventory that is pretty standard.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner. I'd entertain a motion.
Motion to recommend favorably.
Second.
Motion is made and properly seconded. I recommend this matter favorable. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The order is recommended favorable. Thank you, Mr. Hill.
Item 18, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of a donation in the amount of $1,200 from EMOS Recycling to the Department of Public Works. Invited DPW Commissioner Pat Hill, CFO Dr. Troy Clarkson.
Commissioner Hill.
Good evening. So this came actually as Louis Tarantino, who is the owner of EMOS Recycling. He actually manufactures this product down at the end of Oak Hill Way. He offered, a certain amount of 30 tons or 30 yards of material to be given out, which we readily accepted, and it's available at the recycling center right now for anybody in the city that wants to go grab some.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any questions? Councilor Azak.
Thank you. Good evening, Commissioner. So it's not mulch. What is it?
It's topsoil. It's basically like it's loam that has it's he recycles all basically yard waste and down at the end of Oak Hill Way, and as the material breaks down, it's a very good topsoil to use for like lumen seed.
Okay. So residents can call the recycling center and just go down and...
They can go right down. It's first come, first served.
They can just go, okay.
Yep. We have containers for people to take them in.
Very good. Well, thank you to Mr. Tarantino, and thank you. With motion to recommend favorably back to the full city council.
Second.
Just quickly on the motion, and what's the max a resident can receive through this?
I mean, we've been pretty lenient with people. I mean, it's been down there for a little bit of time. We have 5-gallon buckets. We try to restrict it to 2 buckets, but I guess there really is no limit. It's a donation, and it's first come, first serve.
Understood. Thank you. Motion is made and properly seconded to recommend this order favorable. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The order is recommended favorably. Thank you, Mr. Hill.
Thank you.
Item 19, ordered that the city council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $247,383.46 from Massachusetts Department of Transportation to the Department of Public Works Highway. Invited DPW Commissioner Pat Hill, CFO Dr. Troy Clarkson.
Commissioner Hill.
So this was a grant that came about actually right after we had just awarded our two-way conversion project, and it's to beautify an area that, a piece of property that the city already owns. It was my recommendation to apply for the grant to try to beautify a parcel that we recently just took for a right lane only turn on the corner of Warren Ave and Pleasant, where the old McMenemy site used to be. So when construction is complete, there'll be a beautification of the rest of that area that sits behind that. It likely will be some kind of rain garden or something to that effect.
Nice. Councilors, any questions?
Motion to recommend favorably back to the full city council.
Second.
Motion is made, properly seconded, to recommend this matter favorably. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The order is recommended favorable.
Thank you, councilors.
Thank you, Commissioner Hill. Enjoy your evening, sir.
Item 20, ordered that the city council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of a donation in the amount of $1,321 from Soul and Sabora Youth Organization to Parks and Recreation Department. Invited Superintendent of Parks Tim Carpenter, CFO Dr. Troy Clarkson.
Mr. Superintendent, good evening, sir.
Good evening, councilors. So about a year ago, I met with this youth organization during late summer, and we discussed not only my position with the city, but some of their concerns. Their main topic of the discussion revolved around soccer fields here in the city. They held a car wash and raised all this money through the car wash. So these funds will go to purchase seed for our fall overseeding. This will get us about, given the current price of seed, probably about 9 bags, 9 50-pound bags, which at the rate that I'll go out at would get us about 2.5 fields of overseeding.
That's great.
Councilors, any questions?
Motion to recommend favorably back to the full city council.
Second.
Motion is made and properly seconded to recommend this matter favorably. All in favor? Anyone opposed? The order is recommended favorable.
And thank you to Soul and Sabora Youth Organization. So
Absolutely.
that's greatly appreciated.
Absolutely.
Very
Thank you,
thoughtful.
Councilor, for that. Councilors, that's the end of our agenda. We'd move on to Councilor recognition. Does anybody want to be recognized? Councilor Azak.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Last week, there was a devastating house fire on Vine Street in Ward 7 that left about 6 families displaced without shelter, food, and belongings. And I have to tell you, in my many years serving on the council, I wasn't aware of this program, but within minutes, the American Red Cross of Massachusetts disaster program was on site, helping these residents, giving them vouchers, giving them funding to help them get housed, get food, or get, whatever they may need. So I was first of all, it was a very hot, disastrous day on Vine Street, but the American Red Cross made a huge difference, and I just wanted to make people aware of it. I know many people may be aware of it, but I wasn't, and they were amazing. They were very comforting to the residents and helped them without any like strings attached, which I was once again very impressed. So I would like to thank the American Red Cross of Massachusetts for all they do in our community and the amazing efforts that they provide for our residents. On another note, I have a save the date. The annual Lebanese Food Festival, which is usually held in September, has a new date and time this year. It's going to be held in August 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at St. Teresa's Church right here at 343 North Main Street. And as usual, there will be great food, music, and dancing, and hope to see everybody there. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Anyone else? Councilors, just before we adjourn, just to, for your information, next Monday, July 28th, we'll be holding a special City Council meeting at 6:30 here in the chambers. The reason for this special meeting is to hold a public hearing on 2 zoning matters that are currently before us for a final vote, and a public hearing needs to be held on zoning issues. So tomorrow, Monday, July 28th, here in Chambers, 6:30 for that special meeting. And with no further business before this committee, I declare this meeting adjourned.